Good morning, Ralf. Nice to see you.
Morning.
When you're looking to build up winning momentum, is it difficult to do it on the pitch, playing 3 games in a week, or would you rather have that time on the training ground? Can you do it playing games, I guess, is what I'm asking you.
Yes, obviously we could. We also could be before the league game against Aston Villa. For me, if I compare our two games in the cup and in the league, I think we did a lot better in the league game at Villa Park. The performance in the first 70 minutes was really good. I liked our movements. I liked our game in possession of the ball, the structure of the game, the way that we pressed either in the first line or in the second line. Even when we had to defend our own box in the first 70 minutes, we did that well. And this is what, for me, is the most important thing. And we have to build up on that, show a similar performance tomorrow at Brentford, but not only for 70 minutes, but for 90, 95, 97, 98 minutes, however long the game will take place. And yes, we had yesterday and the day before yesterday 2 training sessions. We will have the final training session now in an hour's time. And then, as I said, show a similar performance, a similar level that we showed against Villa for the whole game tomorrow.
Manchester United haven't been to Brentford since 1947, which is a very long time. I think it shows the job that Thomas Frank has done to get a small club into the Premier League. What do you think of that job, and how dangerous are they in their own stadium?
Yes, I mean, they had some good results at home against top teams. It will not be an easy game. Nobody will expect this to be an easy game. But the same was true before we played Aston Villa at Villa Park. And we showed that we're up to that kind of standard and level. And as I said, we should have taken those 3 points. I think in the end, we ran a little bit out of steam in the last 20 minutes. But the first 70 minutes, I was really pleased with the performance.
Simon Peach.
Hi, Ralf. Will Cristiano Ronaldo and Marcus Rashford be available for tomorrow's game? And also on the team news front, we saw a picture of Paul Pogba training. We were expecting him back a little later. Does that mean he's going to be back sooner than you expected?
Cristiano and Marcus were training yesterday, so I suppose they will also be training today. But in the press conference before the Villa game, I was also convinced that Cristiano would be available, and in the end he wasn't. The same with Marcus. So we have to wait for the training session today in an hour's time. Right now, I think they would and could both be available. Paul Pogba had his first day of training with the whole group yesterday, and in the first training session he showed what kind of an extraordinary player he could be. He will not be available for the 2 games this week, but hopefully after the international break, when we have the cup game against Middlesbrough and the away game at Burnley, I think he could be an option.
I just wanted to ask about Anthony Martial. Obviously, what you said after the match at Aston Villa caused some headlines, and he posted on Instagram saying that he would never not play for Manchester United if called upon. So what is the situation with him, and does he have a future under you or at Manchester United? I know he's keen to get some first-team football at the moment.
I mean, I'm here now for 6 weeks. All the things that need to be said, I said after the press conference. I had a conversation with him on Sunday, a personal conversation with him about what happened and how I saw the whole situation. The matter is now resolved. He didn't train yesterday and the day before yesterday. He will probably train today, and after training I will then take the decision if he's nominated or not. Well, let's see what will happen then.
Andy Vinson.
Hello, Ralf. Can I ask you about Anthony Elanga? Why did you select him? What do you see in him? What does he bring? What's his personality like in your eyes?
Yes, he's a young player. He has enough pace. He has enough focus on the game. From the very first training session, the day before the Crystal Palace game, he just showed me, and he was showing up in the training sessions. That was the reason why I decided to play him at Villa Park. I think he did well. He showed exactly what I expected him to deliver in that game. He's a very bright boy. He's doing the things. He listens to what he should do, and he's trying to put all the effort into that performances. And yeah, I was pleased with his performance in those 75 minutes he played.
Bill Rice.
Hi, Ralf. Just on Cristiano Ronaldo, he was honoured at the FIFA Awards last night for his incredible goal-scoring records. I just wonder, when you have a player of such exceptional talent as Ronaldo, do you almost have to build the team around that one player, or is it the player that has to find a way to work in your system?
I mean, one does not exclude the other. Of course, what he has done and in his career so far is amazing. I mean, 800 goals in competitive games. Nobody has achieved that before in the last, I don't know, 80 or 100 years. And this showed what kind of player he is, what kind of exceptional player he is. He was not available in the last 2 games against Aston Villa. He trained again for the first time yesterday. He will probably train today again. And then we will have to see if he's an option for the game against Brentford tomorrow. But obviously, even with an outstanding Cristiano Ronaldo, we are talking about a team sport and in one of the most competitive leagues in the world, if not the most competitive league in the world. And he cannot do things on his own. We can only improve and get better as a team. And he's one important member of this team. And this is how we have to develop it.
Tim Thornton.
Hi, Ralf. We've seen more Premier League games postponed over the weekend and this week. Can I get your views on that? Do you feel as though the rule around postponements is being abused by some clubs?
I don't know. I mean, I can only speak about our club here. We had some problems 4 weeks ago. Right now, we don't have any issues. We have players available. We didn't have any COVID cases in the last couple of weeks. So, again, I cannot judge what happens in other clubs. And therefore, for me, it's something that the Premier League has to deal with. And they will do that in the best possible way.
Last one for James Savundra.
Hi, Ralf. It's obviously really positive news about Paul Pogba. What do you make of him as a player? Do you know what his best position is? And also, if I can ask, are the club any closer to extending his contract?
I don't know. The second part of your question I cannot answer because it's not me dealing with this. I'm not negotiating about future contracts with players. But what you could see from the very first day in training yesterday is that he's present, he's physically present, he's mentally present. And what I saw in training yesterday was very promising for the future. And I'm very much looking forward to have him available in 2 weeks' time after the international break. I think he will be a serious candidate also for the first 11.